Somerville is an incredibly diverse community. We can bring together students and staff from all over the world.
55 to 60 different nationalities represented by our student population.
We chose to raise our family in Somerville because of its diversity.
What stood out for me my entire time in Somerville, everything we do begins and ends with the community.
Significant number of students that are English language learners with interrupted learning.
A place of economic diversity.
Central Hill is right in the heart of the city.
You are in the hillside of Somerville. You can feel it. That's like a mountain view of education. That for students, it reminds them the city is their campus. The city is their landscape.
Somerville is one of the most densely populated cities in the United States of America. The high school property literally is against the train right-of-way. I mean, there's no room.
I've been here 25 years, and gym classes didn't go outside.
The old school was built in 1895.
The old school was just very long and not very usable, and it took forever to get everywhere.
Student dining commons, a dungeon. That's what the kids called it.
Particularly in hallways. They were caves.
Our cafeteria was in a basement. Classrooms were horrible, and they were hot.
Our regional vocational school is in Concord. Kids traveling 50 minutes a day each way.
What we were looking for was being really strategic with the spacing so that teachers could be able to work across function.
Our school has a 6-story component to it. That allows for us to make these very unique interconnecting course connections in a much denser footprint.
Very strategic adjacencies, making sure that some of the CTE programs were aligned or adjacent to specific academic programs.
So there's really an interesting opportunity for combining performing arts, musical arts, along with the culinary arts, and sort of bring those together.
The dining commons and the learning commons at the center and heart of the school. Transitional zones.
This beautiful media center. It's really open, allows for students to connect that might not otherwise connect when you have more siloed classrooms.
The flexibility has been realized, and you can see teachers taking advantage of that with their instructional style. Every year, the 9th graders put on their Romeo and Juliet performances. They can go to the lecture hall, which is supposed to be for lectures, but it's also a nice space for one class to go in and have a little bit of a stage feel.
14 vocational programs that we have here, which are all very distinct. Auto technology,
the drafting,
the HVAC class,
mechanics, plumbing,
early education,
the makerspace,
culinary arts with the cafe,
cosmetology.
Designed to bring the world in. One of the primary priorities that we heard in the visioning process is that we wanted a building that would connect students to the world.
You can come here and you can get your hair cut, you can get your nails done. Senior citizens come into the school and really actually make a day of it.
We recommitted actually growing the number of programs to meet the needs of the next 50 years.
It's just amazing, the state-of-the-art facility, and we're set up for success here.
We have such a pride of history in Somerville. I remember the Somerville from growing up. We found ways to preserve that, preserved in the walls and in monuments. What stood out in the actual visioning piece is a stakeholder voice, and that was especially students.
It was great to know that people were working on the building who actually lived here.
As a native Spanish speaker myself, I love walking up to that building and seeing bienvenidos. It's empowering, and it really makes me think about my culture and my heritage.
Shifting more of the heavy lifting, the decision-making to the students, and really centering the students with their learning. It's not the sage on the stage.
Do a lot more group work, do a lot more interdisciplinary work, project-based learning.
Every place you go here, you see something that you realize was a next level of thinking.
I gotta tell you, I love this building at night too. To pull up here at night, those lights here.
It's the school of dreams.
One building transformed a community.
And she's like, there's just such a feeling of joy in this school.
The result is phenomenal. The right time, the right building, the right design, in the right place.